Hello. Alright. Originally, I didn't want to show my face because I don't want to be the face. I want him to be the face. Now, there's nothing invisible there. I mean, him, the Father, the Creator, and the Son. But I did want to talk about a few things, but when I get a few things out of the way first, I have a dog that likes to chase after the door, not chase after the door, run at the door and bark at whatever's out there. And two, I've had a TBI, and that makes me sometimes lose my train of thought. So if you can bear with me on that, that'll be great. I just wanted to talk about a few things about what's going on. Maybe let you guys know a little bit about myself and what this channel is going to be about. So as we all know, things are not getting better. They're getting worse. And this channel is not really for just anybody. It's for those that the Father has been nudging to wake up, okay? Not for trolls, not for unbelievers. You guys can comment down below and troll. I don't really care. Like, I don't care. I'm not gonna sit here and argue back with you guys. It's just not me. But like I said, it's for those that have already been preordained to wake up. So a little bit about myself. I was raised Jehovah's Witness, so I've already had the foundation of the whole religious thing. I don't really like calling it religion. It's more of a relationship. Yeah, my mom raised us Jehovah's Witness, and so I already knew about the whole Armageddon, or like that time that's to come, and the mark of the beast and what have you. So my sisters and we've already known about that looming over us, and like everything growing up was demons and the devil. Like, we couldn't say those two. We couldn't, because my mom was like, don't mention that. Well, she'll say it in Spanish, but I have an accent, I don't want to. But she'll be like, don't mention that bird in this house. Pájaro, I should say. Like, just don't. But, yeah, I remember as a kid, like, using the bathroom, talking to him. The only difference with, like, I had so many questions. Like, how is Jesus the Son if the Father doesn't have a wife? Like, I just couldn't. I had so many questions, nobody would answer it. And then the years went by, I started moving away from it. I joined the army, deployed 3 times, and I retired 2015. And a lot of stuff has happened to lead up to this point now, and where I am in my walk as far as myself and them upstairs. So yeah, I already knew about the mark of the beast and the end times and whatever. But, you know, the devil likes to get a foothold in your life. I always wondered, well, if Jesus and God is real, then why is the Bible the only place that really, like, talks about it? There's no other books like the encyclopedia. You know, I don't mean like story books, but history books. Writers from the time, how could Jesus be the top figure of his day, performing all types of miracles, and it not be anywhere else outside of the Bible? Well, yeah, I asked that question like in 2013, like when I was really done. I was always straddling the fence. And I think, it really was 2013 when I was just like, you know what, I'm done. I know like, there's no such thing as God, there's no such thing as Jesus, yada yada. Now I know that it's not the truth because there's the historian Josephus, which he did speak about Jesus and him performing miracles and whatnot. But like I said, the devil likes to shield you from stuff like that. So yeah, raised Jehovah's Witness, and I noticed that he started waking me. Well, okay. Now before I get into that, as I'm going through life, as I'm going through life, doors started to open, like within me, and I remember feeling this need to store things and prepare for something. Now again, it could have just been like, oh, the zombie apocalypse or something. This I call the zombie apocalypse. I call that for everything. Like, it's the catchphrase. I don't use it anymore because it's no. But at the time, I was like, oh gosh, I have to start storing and prepping and getting ready for something that I had no idea was like, I didn't know. No. Never read the Bible. I might have read the first few pages of Genesis when I was in boot camp, basic training. I stopped right at the part that Eve ate the apple and then they were naked. And then in JRTC, right before I went to Iraq in 2002, I read the whole book of Revelation. That scared me, but it didn't bring me to him. It was like we love to be scared. Come on, be honest. Like, we all like to be scared. So that's pretty much all I had read. Nothing else. That's it. I used to like space out at church. Even when I was older, before I went to Iraq, I would space out. Churches used to give me the creeps. I couldn't concentrate. I kept imagining, like, what if Jesus just materialized, like, right in front of my face? But I was never there. It's just blank. So I didn't have any reason to believe that like an end times was gonna happen, aside from what they had on TV. So I just knew that I had to start saving rice and beans, candles, batteries, like the basics. And then in the end of 2013, I got stationed in Alaska. And that's when the veil was lifted as far as the Masons and the Illuminati and entertainment, whether it was music, movies, television, all of that, and how it was all fixed, and politics and all that stuff. And it's like, nothing's getting better. Like, when I was younger, in elementary school, Bush was in office, the senior. We had Desert Storm and Desert Shield, and I thought that was it. I was at the end of the world. I'm a kid, elementary school. Then Clinton went into office, and I was just like, maybe it's gonna get better. But then that white rapid, black rapid, whatever, white water, whatever. I'll have to like Google it real quick and then insert it in here somehow. But then Bush Jr. came into office. By then, I was just about ready to join the army. The towers fell when I was in AIT. I remember my drill sergeant coming, well, not my drill sergeant, but one of the drill sergeants. They took us all to the auditorium, and they were like, something happened, the towers fell, we need all our soldiers that are from New York to go home and make phone calls. I didn't bother to make any phone calls because I knew exactly where it happened. That was downtown around the Wall Street area. My family lives way uptown in Washington Heights, so I knew nothing was going to happen. Plus, I figured that the phones were going to be tied up, so there's no reason for me to call. But he was like, we're due for another war, so I'm not surprised. I was like, what is he talking about? Then finally I deployed. Like, I was deployed so many times, so it was only 3 times, but when you're there, it's like, geez, how many more times am I going to go? My sister would tease me saying that I live in the Middle East and I vacation in the States. But anyway, 2014 was the year that my eyes was like in the beginning, and then I took a break because I was going crazy. Not crazy, like institutionalized crazy, but just like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this is happening. How did I not see this? So on and so forth. And then the end of 2014, going into 2015, regressing, going into 2015 was the year that, or the time frame that, like I said, I didn't know. Looking back now, I know it was him, but at the time, it was the year that there's demons. That not demons in my life, but just demons, period. Like the magicians and, well, okay, mainly the magicians. But like that's what got me to take a step back from everything and see it as, is this really what they tell me it is, or is it really a demon? You can't tell me anything otherwise. Like I said, you could be a troll, you could be a non-believer, say what you want, I don't care. To me, everything, there's no such thing as ghosts. When you were a kid, and you're saying, Mommy, can you check my closet? Because I think... Demon. It was a demon. I'm telling you, it was a demon. Well, I'm pretty sure there really wasn't any ghosts, but, you know, I'm talking about those people that have lived in those places. But, yeah, so, nothing... Not nothing, but okay, so 2015, that was around the time that I woke up to that. And then a few months later, I ended up retiring from the military due to medical reasons. And then that's when I believe I had unclean spirits attached to me, but not in the form of hauntings and possession like the movies, but more like these disorders. I ended up over the years developed a sleep disorder, and then that not turned into, but it compounded with see, this is it. Mood disorder, and then I developed panic attacks, and then the panic attacks developed into generalized panic disorder, and then also GERD, which, if you don't know, that's just gastroesophageal reflux disease, which I've always had since I was a kid. And I'd always say, my acid is rising. And people's like, what did you say? They thought that I said, my butt is rising. Anyway, but yeah, so I couldn't really concentrate on anything else because the attacks was just getting... Every day I thought that I was dying. I had to get these saucer eyeballs. My face would be like bloodless, pale. My heart rate would be going berserk. I had to get thirsty, lightheaded. I couldn't catch my breath. So I was like, okay, like, I guess today's the day I'm gonna die. And I was not horrified, but like scared. I was scared all the time. And I couldn't concentrate. I couldn't do anything. And it was starting to like put a wedge in my relationship. But 2016 rolled around, and that's when I started to repair myself. At least I thought that I was repairing myself. I didn't want to take pharmaceutical drugs because it's man-made. I'm pretty sure that, well, I was thinking if a man made it, I'm pretty sure the earth has one. So I switched to marijuana. After a while, the anxiety started to balance out, and I wasn't getting as many attacks as usual, but I would still get them, and I still do get them frequently. But the end of 2016, this is where everything just like went into a head, like full force. That's when I was able to look back and say, oh, okay, I understand now. So the end of 2016, like December, the last 2 weeks, my sisters were on the phone. They were on speakerphone. My youngest sister was talking about the Mandela effect and some other stuff and the flat earth. And I was like, what are they? So my oldest is like, well, I don't know anything about any of that stuff. So she started explaining about the whole Mandela effect. I'm not really going to go into that. If you want to go down that rabbit hole, there's plenty of videos. But I remember thinking to myself, like, oh, yeah, like, pretty sure when I was younger, Shirley Temple did die. Because I remember talking about that a lot. And Kit Kat definitely had a dash between those two. And then I was like, this flat earth, oh my goodness, it's 2016. Why are people still on this flat earth stuff? Haven't they watched the TV show The Universe, like NASA, come with NASA, and what have you? So I really didn't want to go down that hole because I know that the earth is round. Like, I know it. I was obsessed with astronomy. So, not obsessed, but really into it. In order for me to go to sleep at night, I had to watch any episode of The Universe. Preferably the Jupiter episode. Really like that episode. But I was on a Mandela effect video, and then he segued it without my consent. But he segued it into flat earth. I was like, what is this hogwash? YouTube? I felt duped. Like I was tricked into watching that video. So he had a video in his description because he was like, I can't really explain it as well as this one guy. So it was Eric Dubay's 200 Proofs that the Earth is not a spinning ball. Guys, I tell you what, it's a 2-hour video. Well, it was like an hour and some change. By proof 10, I paused it, walked to the window and said, holy crap, you are real. And that was the moment that my walk, like that's, like, pff, the time clicked over for me. That's when I was like, okay, all right, so you're up there, now what? I smiled because it was like the best time ever, like the best day of my life was waking up knowing that there's, I have a chance to make it to this paradise that my mom used to tell us about when we were kids. Then it scared me because I was like, oh no, I am not living right. Like I cursed like a sailor, worse than a sailor. Oh, you have no idea. Like I cursed like nobody's business. I had a lot. But I told myself not to panic. Just learn, like, what do I have to do to make it? And I call it my report card. Well, now I call it my report card. Other people call it whatever, but I'm always saying I need my report card to be good. A's and B's, and I'll settle for C's because C's make degrees. Right? So I started to look back and I'm like, oh, that's where you were getting me ready for. So yeah, that's in a nutshell how I started on my walk with them's upstairs. I used to smoke marijuana. I don't smoke anymore. I'll tell you a story that was real. It's not that I was high or anything like that, but I had gotten high. Well, I smoked. Well, yeah, no, let's just call it what it is. I got high, and I was thinking to myself, like, oh, I really shouldn't do this because I can't be vigilant and high at the same time. Like, there's no way. Like, I can't concentrate to read my Bible. I can't even concentrate on this prayer them. So slowly, I was in the shower and I was like, oh my goodness, what am I praying? Like, I started to lose focus. And then I'd gotten dressed, and I was in bed still praying because I used to pray for like a long time. I don't know why I stopped doing it. But I guess I just had so much to dump, and now I'm just catching up to where I should be or would like to be. You know what I mean? So, like, no joke, I felt this, like, right? Went into my forehead and then grabbed a hold of whatever I was praying about and then pulled it out. And as, like, let me see. Okay, as I was going out, like, once I felt whatever was coming out of my forehead, I felt, and it was a tastation, because it was a sensation and a taste that started from here and then went here, but on the inside, right? Scared me. Man, I jumped up off the bed, went to the kitchen, poured me a glass of water, and then was like, what just happened? Now, people, look, no, don't sit here and tell me that you were just high. No. Okay, I've smoked weed when I was younger. I'm 35 now, but smoked weed when I was younger. And then, of course, I took a break. I was in the army. Can't do that stuff. And then, so I know what it's like to be up there on the roof, as we used to call it. I know what it's like. And that's never happened to me before. Till then. So I'm going to let you be the judge. No, not you be the judge of that. I already know. I'm my own judge. Like, I know whom that was. So that's that story. Then how I got my Bible. That's another, like, there's no other explanation. I was in class in the winter semester, and it was the end of January, and I was sitting in class. I was like, man, I really need to get a Bible. That's it. That's my next step. I woke up. I'm watching these videos and trying to help me and understand what I'm not going through, but like get a grasp of what's to come, I guess I should say. I'm like, I need a Bible. I said, God, I'm not going to buy anything else. I'm not going to buy not one more thing when pay period comes. First thing I'm going to buy is a Bible. I promise. And I meant it. Like, I was sincere about it. And then I went to go do laundry that weekend. And sure enough, at the laundromat, there was a stack of King James, the New King James. I was like, really? Like really? Like, he was doing these little things to seal the deal for me that he's real, people. Like, he's real. I mean, look, like I said, I don't know if people that are already walking in the ways of our Creator and the Son are watching this video. Mainly it's for those that he's pouring his spirit out into to help them wake up. So, like, lost my train of thought right there. But, like, you know he's real. But when things like that happen, you really know he's real. You know what I mean? Am I making sense there? Alright. So, once that truth was stamped into my head, I was like, man, well, I guess this whole craziness that's about to take place you flip over to the last book, your Bible, like dust it off, then the book of Revelation, the revelation of Jesus Christ, as some people call him. I call him Yashua, Hamashiach. But yeah, you flip over to there, and it's some scary stuff that's fixing to happen. So, I mean, I'm not gonna say anything to try to scare anybody, because it is what it is. I just, like, honestly, I can't wait, because I remember being a kid thinking, man, I'm gonna be, like, I just knew that I was going to be around. I hope I am, but I just knew that I am going to be around when all that stuff happens. That book, when that's my child coming back to the future and talking right then. Like, I just knew. But yeah, so that's pretty much what this channel is gonna be for. I don't mind believers coming in here, because you guys can always comment down below and help the babies. I mean, I'm still, like, I'm 1 year old. Like, I'm still a baby. So I'm not a professional. I'm not a guru. I'm not anything. I'm learning just like you guys are learning. But the more people we get on here spreading the word, the faster everything happens, so we can go to where Happy Land. Okay? Remember, he is not going to come until the gospel is preached throughout the four corners of the earth. So I'm just doing my part to make sure that he comes here faster, because, like, this is us. Nobody wants to hear ding dong. Go up there. Hi, yes, my name's so and so, and I would like to share with you the word of our Savior. No one wants to hear that anymore. We're so desocialized. Like, this, what is the social media has desocialized us. And I can't speak. I'm an introvert, always have been, and I have agoraphobia. I don't like leaving my house. You can thank the army for that. But he is helping me, so that's a plus. Okay, so a few topics that I want to get into in the future is just calling on his name. Guys, I'm telling you, when they say that is some strong, potent stuff, it's true. And I'll get into some top stories on that. What else? Flat Earth. I want to get into that. And then also the shift that's happening towards the mark of the beast. And then, like, what would happen if you do decide, or not you, because if you're here, that means you're sent here by him, or you're sent here by the devil to troll. And cuckoo, cuckoo, you can go somewhere. I don't care. But yeah, the mark of the beast, and then what happens if somebody was to receive that, and then also what's going to happen if you do decide to commit to the Father, because either way, you're picking the less of two scariness. I'm not going to say evil, because the Father's not evil, but yeah. I don't want to get this to run too far. I like long videos, but yeah, so that's the intro. I hope that my future videos are not going to be so long. I don't know. There's some people that like long videos. There's some people that have short videos. Maybe I should do a long one and then take that long one and make an abridged version for those that can't do it. But I like long videos so I can listen to it while I'm driving. But yeah, so may the Father bless you. Don't forget that Yeshua is the way, the truth, and the light. Nobody can get to the Father but through him. So make sure that you get there. So love you guys. Peace. If I can get this to turn off.